Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a book that has genuinely changed lives all over the world, Paulo Coelho's incredible novel, The Alchemist. We're going to break down some of the most powerful lessons from this story about finding and following your true destiny. But before we get into the story, I want you to just take a second and ask yourself something. And be really honest. Are you living the life you truly want to live? Do you feel like you're on the path you were meant to be on? That feeling, that question, that's exactly what The Alchemist is all about. You see, this is the story of a young shepherd boy from Spain named Santiago. He has a recurring dream about treasure at the Egyptian pyramids, so he goes on this epic journey to find it. But what he's really looking for is his purpose. And that's a journey I think we can all connect with. Now, Santiago's whole adventure, and really our own, is built around this one central, powerful idea. It's the bedrock of the entire book. It's what Paulo Coelho calls your personal legend. So, what in the world is a personal legend? Well, the book defines it as the dream you've always wanted to accomplish, but it's way more than just a goal or a wish. Think of it as your true calling, your unique mission in life. It's that one path that belongs to you and you alone. And here's where it gets kind of magical. Early in the story, Santiago meets a mysterious old king who drops this incredible piece of wisdom on him. It's this idea that once you truly commit, really commit to your personal legend, the entire universe starts to line up to help you out. It's like doors just start opening for you. Okay, that sounds amazing, doesn't it? But how do you actually start? It's one thing to know your dream, but taking that first step, well, that can be the scariest part. So let's talk about what the book says about answering that call to adventure. So that same old king gives Santiago two really important warnings. First, he says, look, don't let other people choose your path for you. It's so easy to let friends, family, or society tell us what we should want. And his second warning is even bigger. He tells him not to fall for the world's greatest lie. So what is this world's greatest lie? It's the idea that, at some point, we lose control of our lives, and everything just becomes a matter of fate. The Alchemist says, no way, that's a myth. The book argues that you are the one in the driver's seat. You're always in control of your own destiny, and you're the only one who can decide to follow your dream. Of course, just because you start the journey doesn't mean it's going to be a walk in the park. Santiago finds that out pretty quick. So this next part is all about how to handle the challenges and hardships that will inevitably pop up. Right at the beginning of his trip, Santiago gets robbed of every single penny he has. It's a disaster. And in that moment, he has a choice. He can see himself as a poor, helpless victim, all alone, or he can reframe it and see himself as an adventurer facing his first real challenge. He chooses to be the adventurer. And that's the lesson, right? Every setback is a choice in disguise. And that awful experience forces him to learn this kind of three-step process to keep moving forward. First, he has to accept reality for what it is, not what he wishes it was. Step 2, he just has to make a decision. Any decision is better than none, because, as he learns, once you make a choice, it pulls you into this current of action and experience, and that's where all the magic happens. So, as Santiago journeys deeper and deeper into the desert, the lessons he learns become more philosophical. This is where we get into the really deep truths that come from sticking with the journey. While he's crossing this huge, empty desert, a wise camel driver shares this incredible piece of advice. He basically tells Santiago, look, if you're always living in the past or worrying about the future, you can't be happy. Real happiness, true peace, can only be found right here in this moment. It's such a powerful reminder to stay present, especially when the path feels long. And that idea leads to one of the most famous lessons in the entire book. The alchemist himself explains that if you're just focused on the prize at the end, you're missing the whole point. The real treasure isn't some chest of gold. The true reward is the journey itself. It's about the person you become along the way. The alchemist also tells Santiago that out of all the possible challenges, all the doubts and setbacks, there is only one thing, just one, that can make a dream truly impossible to achieve. And there it is, the fear of failure. It's not about the obstacles themselves. It's not about what other people think. It's not about fate. The single biggest thing that stops us from living our personal legend is our own fear that we might try and fail. So, how do you fight that fear? The alchemist gives him this incredible advice. He says that the fear of suffering is actually worse than the suffering itself. A heart that's chasing its dream doesn't really suffer. So the lesson is, you gotta feel the fear.
And then you have to take that next step anyway. So as Santiago finally gets near the end of his physical quest, he starts to realize that the treasure he was looking for wasn't buried in the sand somewhere. It was something he was building inside himself the entire time. And this is where we see the most beautiful result of his journey. The book says that when we chase our dreams, when we try to become better people, something amazing happens. It creates this ripple effect. Our own growth makes everything and everyone around us better too. So by pursuing your own dream, you're actually helping to heal the world. So as we wrap this up, let's just recap 3 final, crucial lessons from the story. 1. Allow yourself to dream big. The book says it's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. 2. Practice gratitude. So often it's because we stop noticing the little good things that happen every day that our lives feel boring. And finally, that leads to number 3. Learn to see the beauty in every single moment of the journey, the good and the bad. In the end, The Alchemist isn't just a story about a shepherd boy. It's really a mirror for our own lives, our own dreams, our own potential. And it leaves us with one last really important question. Your personal legend is out there. It's waiting for you. So, what's your first step going to be?